I actually filmed a trip update in 2020 because we had a few trips coming up, and I think it got to like June or July, and I thought, surely this is the green light. I can film a trip update now because surely it's going to happen. COVID's been around a few weeks. Surely this isn't going to go on any longer. And I think my trip update is still there, and I don't think any of those trips happened because of COVID. But I have waited long enough this year, and we are now in April, and we have some trips coming up very soon, which I want to get excited about, and I feel like I'm allowed to get excited about this now. So, the first trip I want to announce is Center Parcs, but unfortunately we aren't going to Center Parcs this year. It is very soon after this year, in January in fact, and it's going to be for my 30th birthday. Now, my 30th birthday is in November, but again, we have far too much going on this year, and it is in fact a surprise for me, although I said I'd like to go to Center Parcs, and I know we're going to Center Parcs. And the only other thing that I said I really would like to do is go back to Longleat, because out of all the Center Parcs that we've been to, Longleat Center Parcs is my absolute favourite. It is Center Parcs on steroids. It's not like you go to some Center Parcs and there's like a 9-hole golf. This has 18 holes. The Pancake House isn't just like a shed, it's the headquarters of pancake houses. And the rapids, you don't just get a slight graze, you break an arm, because it's that intense. No, I'm obviously being very dramatic. The rapids are good. I absolutely love the rapids. That's one of the main reasons we're going back, actually. So, as I said, we're going back in January 2023. It's very soon after Christmas and New Year, but I don't want to announce the actual date because I feel like that's how people get killed and stalked, and it's not gonna be good. We're back to me just not really knowing what to say. So we're going back to Center Parcs Longleat, but it's all in my mum and sister's hands. I have no idea what we're doing, although I have said that I'd love to go to the spa, because I've always wanted to go to the spa at Longleat. I've heard really good things about it. We did the spa at Woburn in September, Woburn Forest near London, in September last year, and it was just the perfect end to the holiday. I mean, at Center Parcs you could have a chilled trip or you can have an activity-filled trip, and we always tend to have an activity-filled trip, and it was just lovely to end the trip at a spa relaxing, because I think that is also part of the Center Parcs experience. One thing that we really like about uploading our Center Parcs videos is that people are so interactive with us. There's one guy, Adam, who was at Center Parcs a few weeks ago, at Longleat I think, and he sent a screenshot. They had actually done an artillery, which is what my mum calls an itinerary, but she genuinely thought it was called artillery, and it's kind of stuck. And I just love how something that we do on our trip, someone else does as well because of that. So courtesy of Julie Farrow, the Center Parcs artillery, she should probably copyright that now. But I sent her a screenshot of it, and she was like, that's crazy that people not only just watch our Center Parcs trips, but also do things like that. And yeah, we love it. So that is happening in January 2023. As I said, we really wanted that to happen in 2022, but we just have far too much going on, which then leads me to this next trip. It's the big one. It's been postponed for a long, long time. Obviously, it's Walt Disney World. So at the end of September, we are going to Walt Disney World for 14 days. We're flying with Virgin Atlantic. We booked it with Virgin Holidays down at the Trafford Centre. We love the experience you get in there, and also you get a free drink and a snack. That is not the main reason, but it does help the experience. And it's just a trip out as well. Whenever we now go to the Trafford Centre, which we live about an hour and a half away from, we just associate it with Walt Disney World, because we go there on pre-travel day and we also go there to book the trip now. So I think it's just an excuse to kind of build the holiday up more, and why not? Especially when you've waited this long. As I said, flying with Virgin Atlantic, and we are flying from Manchester Airport. So once again, we will be staying at the Radisson Blu Manchester Airport Hotel, which is something I would recommend 110%. The rooms are fresh, airy, the staff are friendly, and in the morning when you wake up, you don't even have to go outside. You just walk through the lobby. I'm going to call it a causeway. You just go down the causeway or the tunnel to Terminal 2 and you're there. And I think, again, because every time I've flown to Orlando, we've always stayed at Manchester Airport at the Radisson Blu, and it just extends the holiday again. We didn't really, and well, we've never wanted to just wake up in the morning. You'd have to leave where we live about 1 o'clock in the morning to get down there. Maybe even sooner, actually, I don't really know. No, probably leave about 3 or 4 actually, but you'd wake up at 2 because of the excitement. So yeah, flying with Virgin Atlantic, they have changed the plane a few times, which freaks me out a little bit because I do have a slight fear of flying that I've mentioned a few times on this channel, but I'm actually really excited just to go to America. So I think all my fears at the moment have gone because we haven't been there for 3 years, and I'm now just focusing solely on having the best time ever and going back to a place that we love. So we're staying at Colorado Springs for the duration of the trip. We've stayed there, I've stayed there twice now, so this will be the 3rd time. The main reason we stay there, it's not because we think it's the best hotel. I mean, I really do like it, but Disney's prices seem to go up about £200-300 every year, and it's not justifiable to stay in Port Orleans, Riverside or French Quarter or Caribbean Beach, because there seems to be a big gap, a big jump from Coronado Springs to those other moderate resorts, whereas the value resorts, the Pop Century and All-Star Movies and Music, I don't know whether I just made one of those up, there's only like £100 leap from that to Coronado Springs. So we thought, obviously the obvious thing would be to go to Coronado Springs, and we know we love it. And yeah, although it's a business resort, well, not a business resort. Yeah, okay, it's a business. I'm going to call it a business resort. Every time we go there, there's people in suits and ties and laptops, and you're there with your Birkenstocks on and your sun cream, ready to go to Discovery Cove. So every time we go to Florida, we always try and book something a little different. In 2019, me and Leon went to Kennedy Space Center, where this year, me, my mum and sister are going to Discovery Cove. It's something I've always wanted to do, but it's never really been up Leon's street. He's never really wanted to do it. So he's going to be having a Disney day on his own. It's an early day. It's an early start. Everything's all-inclusive. Excuse me. Everything's all-inclusive. So we're going to get there. I think you have to get there about 7:30. We've got the dolphin swim package, but you have to get there in the morning early to then book your time for the dolphin swim. I think I've done some research on people's vlogs, and this is what someone did. So that's why we're going to get there early. But also, if it's all inclusive, we're obviously going to get there to have our all inclusive food. Why not? So I am really looking forward to that, and because we got a really good deal, we booked it on Black Friday, and I think we got each ticket for £149, which, as I said, includes the dolphin swim, and you also get admission to SeaWorld, which I think we probably will look at going to SeaWorld. We've never been before, and I think Leon said that he'd like to go, and I mean, if the ticket's already there and it's included in the Discovery Cove ticket, there's no reason for us not to go. Obviously sceptical about certain things at SeaWorld, which is probably why we wouldn't go out of our way to pay to actually go there. But yeah, we'll go there for free. That sounds awful, but that's something that we want to do. Another thing that I'm really looking forward to is Tron. I really hope Tron is open. I'm hoping I get to go on Guardians of the Galaxy, because is it Cosmic Rewind? I think it's Cosmic Rewind. I know I have a bit of a fear of rides, but I think I would kick myself, and I'm getting a little bit better now. I think I'd kick myself if I didn't actually go on it, because I'll be holding the bags whilst everybody else goes on this new ride, and I'm stood there filming a plant because I'm too nervous to go on this ride. So I think I'm a changed man. You've heard it here first. I think Cosmic Rewind I'll be going on. We love going back at September, October time, because we also did the Mickey's Not So Scary, but because of the pandemic they obviously changed it last year, and you just didn't get as much bang for your buck, as it were. They increased the price, which Disney seems to be doing a lot of at the moment, but lessening your experience. The experience is less. What am I actually trying to say? Yeah, they are. You pay more for a less experience. You're getting a less. Jesus, this is why I don't do this anymore. You're getting less of an experience for more money. And I think if they don't bring the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party back, we won't be doing the new Halloween party, because we just don't think it justifies the amount that you pay for it. We're also planning to head back to Universal Studios. I've been there every time I've been to Orlando, and I love it. We only go there for a day though, but my mum and sister are going to be getting a 2-day ticket, which I actually think is a 14-day ticket if they go through Attractions Tickets Direct, which I've said I feel like you should get your tickets before we go, because we don't get our tickets before we go, because we just turn up on the day. Because we only go for 1 day, we just get the ticket there, and I think it's been a while. It's maybe about $180. $170, which is fine for us because it's just for 1 day, whereas I think if you're going for more than 1 day, it benefits you more going through Attractions Tickets Direct. But I'm really looking forward to going to Universal and going on some rides that I haven't been on yet, because I think you can sometimes get sucked into the Spider-Man ride, the Transformers ride, the motion sickness rides, and I think we tend to do them one after the other, and Leon gets quite a lot of motion sickness. I think we all got quite a lot of motion sickness towards the end, and we always seem to leave about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, so I've never actually seen the fireworks at Hogwarts, which I'm really looking forward to doing this time. So hopefully we won't feel sick with motion sickness, and we'll actually want to stay a little bit longer and see the fireworks. But yeah, rides like the Hagrid bike, I actually don't know what this is called. Let me just quickly see it, because I can try and appear professional in this video. Hagrid's bike ride. Thank God I don't come up with ride names. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. Okay, let's do this so I can edit this in and make it seem like I knew this all along. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. And I'm really looking forward to Hagrid's Creatures. Oh, Jesus. I'm really looking forward to Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, because I've never been on it before. And last time we went, it had literally just come out, and we weren't going to wait 3 hours to actually go on it. And I wasn't really convinced that I'd like it anyway, but I've seen a lot more videos now, and I think I'm definitely going to go on it. If I've been on the Mummy and Gringotts, surely this can't be any worse. And I need to start enjoying rides a little bit more, because I've got a lot better since I started going to Disney. Every time that I've been to Disney World, we've always had the free Disney dine-in plan through Virgin Holidays. This time it's slightly different. they've changed it so you actually get $900 per room. So we've got 2 rooms with 2 people in them, so it's $450 each for 2 weeks. Whereas you used to get the snack credits and the meal credits, and it really didn't matter if it was a £20 meal or a $20 meal or a $10 meal, it would just be 1 credit. Whereas now I think we're just going to have to pay attention to the prices a little bit more, because I'm convinced that we're going to go over $450. So I'm intrigued actually how it's going to work, and I'm looking forward to watching other people's vlogs if they have the same deal before we go, just to see how they cope and if they spend a ridiculous amount of money as well. Each time we go as well, we always go to the Orlando outlet malls. We go to both actually, so we go to the one furthest away from Disney and then get the bus on the way back. But by the time we've got to the second one, we're just knackered, we're tired, and it's pretty much the same shops as well. So we wanted to do something a little bit different. We might still go to one of them, but we are going to prioritise going to Mall at Millennia. We've never been before. Like I said, this is going to be Leon's 8th trip. It's going to be my 4th trip, and we just want to mix it up a little bit and do something a little bit different. I think we're also going to go to Cheesecake Factory, which I thought was just a place for cheesecake, but we've watched a few vlogs on this and it looks like an Italian restaurant. I think someone had a calzone at one point and some pasta. The portions look insane, but I will probably have a small portion just so I can have some cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory. So that's pretty much it. So really looking forward to this. Mum is still doing the countdown for Florida every day. And like I said, we'll be going there at the end of September, and I'll be filming the whole thing, and I'm just really looking forward to going back and just smelling that American air, eating the American food, and yeah, that is the trip announcement that I had planned today. So Walt Disney World for 14 nights at the end of September, and then we're heading back to Center Parcs Longleat in January. Really excited for it. Alfie's huffing again, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you very much for watching, thanks for checking in, and because I gain about 2 subscribers a month now, I feel like I've earned the right to say, if you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also if you want to get notifications, I'm now spiraling. If you want to get notifications, subscribe, hit the bell, if you want to. It's completely up to you, obviously. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on one of our trips.